I grew up sort of with my dad always tinkering with the homes, some more than others. I think I grew up in one home that was a construction site for like a year and a half. I'd wake up and have to walk through plastic to get to the bathroom. And there'd be like a construction worker like outside. But I think it's an absolute luxury to have the choice, to choose, how you surround yourself. Straub and Hensman, were the architects, and it's really special because there's also a limited number of houses that they actually, as a trio, designed and built. Not that we've seen that many mid-century homes, but the ones that we have seen traditionally are a little bit smaller. And, the one thing that really stood out when we walked in was not only sort of the understated nature of how you kind of come in and discover the house, but really the volume of the house is really large. And, the vaulted ceiling in here feels almost a little cathedral-esque.
We weren't familiar. When we came in, walking into the house, we had no idea.
But mid-century had always been an interest of ours, but we loved chairs and sofas and lights and, all those other mid-century things.
Even though I was so opposed to coming to look at the house, because I'm like, it's mid-century, we're not into mid-century. And then sure enough, when we walked in, I had no idea coming up the driveway, and then when we walked into the front door, we looked at each other and we're like, shit, we're screwed. This is we already knew the second we walked in, and we're like, crap.
You come in the front door and you hit a wall, and it sort of forces you to turn the corner, and it sort of unfurls the rest of the house, as you sort of hook the corner and you see one room, you kind of see the dining room, and then again, Karen's modification, opening up the kitchen, but you turn the corner and then all of a sudden the kitchen and the den all open up. And so it's really there's this really understated design where it's not in your face when you step in. It's really you really have to kind of dig a little bit to find the details. Steven was the creator of SpongeBob, and Karen, who is Karen Plankton. So the Karen Plankton character is because of his wife, Karen. And so Karen Hillenburg is Karen Plankton, like that, as far as I know, in SpongeBob. And that's why you never really see her, I guess. You hear the voice or something. From what we heard, when the house was purchased, it was in pretty bad nick. And they had to do, I think it took them almost 2 years for restoration and remodel. And so they really did a really, really, really deep dive into restoration. So, and then I think even the pool, I think Steven was an avid swimmer, and so, he wanted the pool warm all the time. And so it's amazing to have the pool cover, and it's just stays warm all the time without having to heat it. So really, everything that we really have here is really, it's really because she just literally spared no expense in just making sure that this house was tuned to every little need that they had.
I think living here and waking up every morning, it's a feeling of gratitude and gratefulness, I still pinch myself and I still pinch him every day, because it's it's still surreal to me that this is what we call home. So it's waking up and having coffee out there, it's this is some people's vacation lives, and to be able to take it in and be a part of it every second of the day is insane to me. We're so lucky and we're so thankful. Quality of life and just everything in general has been 1,000 times better. For us, I feel for the kids too. It's just, it's easier to just unwind here for a second, Once you pass those gates, it's everything else gets left behind.
This house is special for an infinite number of reasons. Not only the pedigree of, the architects. Honestly, having the creator of SpongeBob live here and do a heavy remodel on the house. Everything that we sort of live in today is sort of the manifestation of the best of both worlds, old, new. Solar, dual glazed glass. It's got, gray water system. It's all the modern sort of infrastructure amenities that you'd want in a house, but with the bones of the mid-century home. And it honestly, it's such a labor of love and commitment on, the Hillenburgs. sort of at their behest. And we're really like the beneficiaries of all the work that they put in.